major train tragedy was averted in Kanpur. The Bhiwani Prayagraj Kalindi Express ferrying over 1,000 passengers hit an LPG cylinder placed on the tracks between Shivrajpur and Bhiwani in Kanpur. This incident happened last night with a bottle of petrol, matchboxes and a suspicious bag containing a gunpowder-like substance also found at the site. An FIR has been registered and as many as 6 teams have been formed to probe this incident. The UPATS has started a preliminary investigation and the NIA is likely to assist them. Agencies are not ruling out foul play and sabotage angle.
आप देखिए कि जो सिलेंडर यहाँ ट्रैक पर रखा हुआ था वो कैसे घसीटता हुआ गया है आगे। ये देखिए ब्रेक लगने के बाद भी ट्रेन में स्पीड तो रही होगी और उसकी वजह से ये निशान जो है ट्रैक के बीच में जो पटरियाँ पड़ी हैं इन पर आप देखिए कैसे जो है ये निशान आपको दिखाई देंगे। ये उस सिलेंडर के हैं जो रगड़ने के बाद आगे बढ़ गई है। ये देखिए कैसे जो कुछ बरामदगी हुई है उसने एक बहुत बड़ी साजिश की ओर इशारा किया है। कहा जा रहा है कि जिस तरीके से एक बैग मिला है, बैग में जो वाइट पाउडर है जिससे कहा जा सकता है कि एक्सप्लोसिव हो सकता है। इतना ही नहीं, ट्रैक के पास जो है एक बोतल भी मिला है जिसमें पेट्रोल है और उसमें बत्ती लगी हुई है। मतलब एक पेट्रोल बम की तरह उसका इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। जैसे आप पेट्रोल बम लाते हैं, एक बोतल में पेट्रोल डालकर बत्ती लगाकर आग लगाते हैं, वो पेट्रोल बम का इस्तेमाल होता है।
सभी पहलू को हम लोग देख रहे हैं और जो भी जैसे नतीजे होंगे हम आपको आगे बताएंगे।
बाहर से जो भी यहाँ पे आए होंगे आसपास हम लोग सब छानबीन कर रहे हैं, कैमरा देख रहे हैं और उसमें जो भी संदिग्ध होंगे उनसे हम लोग पूछताछ करेंगे।
हम सभी पहलुओं को देखेंगे और बिना पूरी जांच पड़ताल किए इस पर कुछ भी कहना अभी संभव नहीं।
Meanwhile, even as the investigation is underway, there's no end to politics. Union Minister Giriraj Singh has called this a conspiracy to trigger a Godhra-like incident. And the opposition is calling this a complete failure of both the Union Railway Ministry and the Home Ministry under this union government.
एक साजिश चल रहा है भारत को रेल मंत्रालय के माध्यम से कि एक नया गोधरा कांड हम शुरू करें।
Every 15 days you plant a story, you leak a story that there's something has been found on the tracks. What are you doing towards it? During elections you come and take credit that law and order is under control, no untoward incident has been allowed to take place. Now what are you doing?
जो सरकार के विरोधी हैं, चाहते हैं कि सरकार बदनाम हो, तो ये सब कार्रवाई करते हैं। अब मुझको लगता है कि जांच के बाद तथ्य सामने आ जाएंगे
कि गृह मंत्रालय फेल है, उनका इंटेलिजेंस फेल है, उनके जो सरकारी महकमा है या सरकारी अफसर हैं वो फेल है।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, all our guests continue with us. Shazia Ilmi as well as Ratan Sharda. Also with us is Tehseen Pulawan and Faizan Kidwai. Faizan Kidwai, first things first, your response to Giriraj Singh's statement that this is a Godhra-like incident that is perhaps being planned in Uttar Pradesh. And the fact is that there have been several incidents in UP, particularly concerning the railways that have been reported in recent months.
Madhav, Giriraj Singh is the person, he tweets a video of Pakistan where certain Pakistani youth, they are changing some railway line, and he tweets that these are Indian Muslims, they are trying to do something wrong on the railway line, and this person should be booked for making false claims, at the same time for trying to create a communal divide in this country. Madhav, I have the CAG report, I'm sure you have gone through it. It says that underutilization of funds in maintaining the railway lines, that's the reason of derailments. A government's own report on 2020 says that 70% of accidents happen due to faulty tracks, and derailments are a major reason because of for these incidents to happen. 1.5 lakh jobs are lying vacant. What is Narendra Modi doing? Why isn't he filling these jobs? Another report which says that around Madhav, despite derailments being a major cause for accidents, the government has reduced the cost for repairing the railway lines from 9,607 crores which was spent in 2018. It has reduced it to 7,417 crores. So government is directly responsible, and CAG also makes a very important point. It says trains like Vande Bharat, these are just used for cosmetic purposes. And the overall speed of Indian Railways has declined.
Okay.
Indian Railways has the technology
Several questions
for
there.
making
Shazi Alvi, please respond to them one by one, because these are
doing
serious concerns. Underemployment, not utilizing the funds properly. These are some very serious charges, because all of this ultimately impacts on passenger safety, and that somewhere or the other is going to be a very important area where the railways has been an issue of concern. It has been debated multiple times over.
Madhav, none of these have anything to do with the deliberate sabotage and efforts to destabilize India by attacking it on different forms through different manners, whether it's social media, whether it's public utilities, whether it's rumor mongering, whether it's using plants in different sectors to create a sense of anarchy. And this is what is done when other governments and the whole Tukde gang in India and abroad get together and decide that we must take India down and Indians down mostly, because this is what they do. There are different ways to destabilize a country and to work on creating anarchy and mayhem there. And this constantly, every day we're hearing stories about, this has nothing to do with maintenance of tracks. So I don't know why, Faizan, you're totally confused. This is a deliberate effort to derail a train, to cause an accident, and the train had come to a screeching halt because a cylinder was put there. Do you realize how serious it is? I mean, and who's doing it? Obviously somebody who hates India, who hates Indians, who wants to blame the central government, who wants to blame the railways.
If there's law,
no, not at all.
Madam Shazi, may I ask you a simple question? When 2008 happened, isn't it a fact that the BJP sought the responsibility of the central government, given that law and order, terror, all of these are things that the central government is supposed to look at?
Of course.
Resignation of the Home Minister was sought, ma'am?
Of course the central government. Yeah, but the central ministry is responsible for the sabotages done to defame central ministry, central government. I don't get it. This is being done exactly for this, to tarnish India, to tarnish the government, and to attack it through this mode of railways.
No, if there are terror groups, my simple question is, if there are terror groups doing it, and nobody is denying that these are probably terror groups or miscreants or whatever groups that are responsible for it, why can't they be caught and punished? Because there are a number of incidents that have happened.
Madhav, you're not getting what I'm saying. Of course there'll be. So you see, the problem is that the government has not been able to nab beforehand and not punish, and the problem is not with the sabotage itself, with those who are planning.
Of course, nobody is denying that, but they should be brought to book is the question. No denying that there is sabotage happening. But let me bring in Tehseen. Tehseen, why are you underplaying the role of those who are conducting the subterfuge, who are conducting the sabotage in this particular case? Why is their role being played down?
Madhav, whatever side of the divide we are all on one side of India, and both me and I speak for Faizan, we are grateful that no incident happened today. So we're all grateful out here. The Times Now team, nothing went wrong. So we're grateful for that. But now let's move ahead of that. We are told that, listen, in the last 10 years, safety in railways have increased. So there are no unmanned crossings. That's not true, but we're told that. On a crossing, somebody puts a railway cylinder, a gas cylinder. Is there no CCTV cameras? A gas cylinder has numbers on it. Do we not know where it's come from? Has it come from a truck, or has it come from a shop? If it's come from a truck, the truck have a GPS. If it's come from a shop, who caught it? Who authorized it? Today, NIA along with UP police is investigating. We hope that terror charges are framed. But in 2017, Court Times of India, the Honorable Prime Minister exactly in Kanpur said trains are being derailed because of Pakistan. Cut to 7 years, 8 years later, it's still the same thing is happening. Who's responsible? Is Faizan, Akhilesh Yadav, Tehseen or Rahul Gandhi or Ratan Chadha or Madhav responsible for it? Or the man sitting in the hot chair? Okay, chalo, all of this may be a conspiracy to defame the government. I agree. Catch those people, hang them from the nearest pole, and along with hanging them, I don't want to divert. There are rockets and drones attacking a state of India, Manipur, rockets and missiles. Is that also an opposition conspiracy? How long can the Prime Minister and Home Minister move away? Railways is a central subject. UP is a BJP state. How can anyone else be blamed? Okay, so Tehseen didn't condemn it. Faizan didn't condemn it. Akhilesh didn't speak about it. Rahul Gandhi didn't tweet about it. Madhav didn't talk about it. Does that absolve the Prime Minister and the Home Minister? And if they are so incompetent, can they kindly resign so that the country can move forward with more competent government?
Okay. Let me bring in Ratan Sharda on that. Can the central government run away from its responsibility, Ratan Sharda? And is the comment given by a union minister, Giriraj Singh, comparing this to Godhra, is this a fair comparison to make in this context? Your view?
See, when people try to normalize attempted terror and say it is not a terror attack, it is failure of government, then you think of Godhra. Because Godhra also, Mr. Lalu Yadav made a commission who wanted to prove that actually Hindus inside the train, Ram Sevaks, actually they put the petrol on themselves and burned themselves, kerosene, sorry. So if this is the kind of normalization of Godhra, I'm not surprised that when there's such a serious accident as about being stopped, you will start blaming railways. You will not condemn the people who did it. You'll say a gas number, bhaiya, gas number mil jayega na. Investigation just started. To start blaming Modi, ask Modi to resign. First of all, ask people why you are trying to normalize such incidents. It's not first incident. If you have, Madhav, you see your own record for last 2-3 hours, you have shown many such accidents have been prevented. Somewhere sleeper cell is put in, somewhere some stone is put in, somewhere some broken bike is put in. What is happening? So are you saying that CCTV there on every 100 meters? Is it possible to have 100 meters CCTV everywhere? So across thousands of miles of about 40,000 kilometers of railway line, you should have CCTV everywhere, but we should have preventive action on terrorism. This preemptive action is what has been saving India from terror attack since last 10 years. Look at the record of 2004 to 2014 and look at the record of 2014 to 2024. Number of accidents, number of terror attacks, number of deaths in accident, everything has declined. In fact, Tehseen was another debate which I was seeing where this BJP spokesman gave him enough data to tell him that actually these incidents have gone down. But to downplay a terror attack saying Modi is responsible, I think you are going nowhere. You are just trying to justify these people's mischief, these people's terror. This is where I am very worried. You are whitewashing terror basically, saying Modi is responsible. You should be cooperating and saying we will see it that our people see it that we will find any suspect person. There was a time when you had everywhere written in the trains, आपकी सीट के नीचे क्या कृपया गौर करें, आपकी सीट के ऊपर क्या गौर करें, कहीं टेरर अटैक तो नहीं हो रहा. All that is gone. Rather than thanking both the government for getting rid of terrorism for last 10 years, you're trying to downplay, you're trying to say he did nothing, and that incident that has been prevented, that has also been prevented because of guards, drivers' sharp understanding, and also linesmen who try to get rid of these kind of obstacles on the railway line. So don't downplay terror, don't downplay these kind of. You had this Maulana in Pakistan telling Indian Muslims, instigating them to go ahead and do terror attack.
I'm going to come to that statement by the terrorist in Pakistan in just a few moments, but there have been similar statements, whether it's DK Shivkumar's comments regarding the Kukar blast terrorist, refusing to call him a terrorist, other incidents of other leaders of the Congress party, including Mr. Parmeshwar, who was asked to examine the case of several such matters. You know, there have been cases where leaders of the Congress party have not come out and strongly said that these are terrorists in cases where they were later proved to be cases of terror. Tehseen.
I am saying the Congress party their leaders did not say one word or a second word. But for the record, R.K. Singh said there is sunk terror. R.K. Singh said. We are not going into individual statements. Let's talk about something the Prime Minister said. He said Pakistan is indulging in actions of terrors and derailing our trains. 7 years, 8 years later, Ratan Sharda ji is giving excuses saying we should thank the Prime Minister. Incidents are not happening. They're still happening because you are listing out incidences. Nobody is talking about rockets and missiles being rained on a part of India, sovereign part of India, Manipur. Is this not the responsibility of the Prime Minister? What are you doing? I am saying Rahul Gandhi did not speak. I'm saying Akhilesh did not speak. What has the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh and the Prime Minister of India done? There is a problem. Preemptive policing. Who is going to preempt police? You, Madhav, Ratanji, or I? If they have failed, if gas cylinders can be kept anywhere on the railway track, if we don't have the technology, if crossings are still unmanned, then questions will be asked of the railway minister, who needs to stop masquerading as a real minister and get down to doing some job. In Parliament, when asked specifically about train accidents, the data that Faizan just gave on your show, the rail minister, who's a real minister, instead of answering the question, starts doing another viral reel, blaming Congress for making reels. That is the level of competence of this government.
Almost out of time. Quick response, please. Quick response, Shazia.
Has he gone on a two-wheeler to see it? Has he gone on a two-wheeler?
I want to, no. So I want to tell the two gentlemen sitting here, Tehseen and Fawad, that the train collisions and fatalities have come down 3 times since the UP. Faizan, I'm sorry about that. They've come down three times since UPA. And if I give you numbers, you'll really not know where to look. And if you look at just the kilometrage increase to the second highest railway network in the world, which is Indian Railways. So whoever suggested CCTVs obviously has no idea about what they were saying. You know, it was 21,413 kilometrage. Let me finish. And it has come down to 39,000 in just 10 years. So just look at the great progress we have made. All right. Also, all right.
Shazia, I'm sorry I'm coming in here, but we are totally out of time. I would have loved to have a much longer debate with all of the statistics that all of you have at your disposal. But unfortunately, time is the limitation here. Shazia Elmi, Ratan Sharda, Tehseen Poonawala, Faizan Kidwai, thanks so much for joining us on debate number 2.